Blueface doesn't seem active in a child's life because of his disability. My son does not have a disability. He is developing at his own pace and hitting his milestones in his own timing. Every child is different, and I'm confident in his growth. If I said it, he had a disability, then he... Right, but it's like,
don't tell me.
I ain't saying, not even just that. It's like saying if someone, a doctor, anybody speak against your kid or yourself, then you should not accept it, bro. Yeah, anybody. Yeah. If they're guessing or whatever, no. The word said what the word said. God said what the God says. I don't have to accept what you... So it's really like me, like, protecting a revelation that I heard from the Lord over my son.
Chrisean, darling, I will hold your hand when I tell you this. Just because you are saying that we shouldn't accept a doctor's report on a disability, that doesn't make the disability go away. And you saying that we don't have to accept what the nurses and doctors say is honestly delulu, especially with what everyone is clearly witnessing with your son.
Kenny, where Kenny at? Kenny, right here.
Back in January, Chrisean Rock was 193 pounds. Today, she's 159. Case closed.
Well, anxiety over baby Chrisean Jr. has officially hit a fever pitch, because it's one thing when random social media trolls are overanalyzing every 5-second clip of a toddler, but the moment actual healthcare workers step in to give their 2 cents, baby, we know that something ain't right at all. When you have nurses and pediatric professionals literally risking the wrath of the internet just to say, hey, this isn't normal, please get him checked, you know it's serious. But it's like Chrisean doesn't care. And they aren't even just talking about the physical milestones anymore. Now it's the immediate stuff, like that heavy, rattling cough that had medical folks begging her to go to an ER for an x-ray. I mean, just listen to how this baby was coughing and tell me it's not alarming.
See, he just coughed it all up. Good boy. Give me that. Good boy. Yeah. Good boy.
OMG. I can literally feel the pain that baby was going through. And then she had the audacity to say that even if doctors tell us something is wrong, we shouldn't believe it just because they said so? Baby, it's one thing to have a healthy skepticism about the medical system or to want a second opinion. That's totally valid. But dismissing clinical diagnoses as if they're just opinions or haters trying to manifest negativity is a whole different level of delusion, especially when you're dealing with a toddler's development. Literally, that mindset isn't just stubborn. It can cause irreversible damage. I mean, the problem with this "don't trust the experts" narrative is that early intervention operates on a very strict timeline, and pediatricians always talk about critical windows and specific ages where a baby's brain and body are incredibly adaptable. For instance, if a kid has a speech delay, a physical limitation, or a neurological hurdle, catching it at 1 or 2 years old means they can get therapies that literally rewire how they learn and move. But by treating a doctor's diagnosis like a toxic rumor, chill. Chrisean is just being irresponsible at this point. Of course, her comments also set a really scary precedent for her massive audience. See, Chrisean has millions of young followers who watch her every move. And when an influencer normalizes medical neglect under the guise of faith, or not letting people put a curse on her baby, it validates medical distrust for a whole demographic of young parents and teaches them that protecting your ego and staying defensive is more important than sitting in a doctor's office, hearing a hard truth, and doing the work to fix it. And you know what? The sad part is that people have been telling Chrisean from the beginning to get her son checked. But at this point, guys are convinced that she just doesn't care. Honestly, shortly after the baby was born in September 2023, followers were convinced that Chrisean Jr. had fetal alcohol syndrome, because we all saw how Chrisean previously caught heat for partying while pregnant on several occasions. And it obviously didn't help that Blueface himself and other people were claiming that Chrisean smoked and drank throughout her pregnancy.
She FaceTimed me one time. This is when the owner of Zeus was trying to like patch up whatever, and you know, this was like, yo, y'all keep going back and forth online, like talk. FaceTime her, she's like smoking a joint. Full on pregnant.
While she's pregnant.
Full on pregnant. Smoking a joint. Like, and I say, aren't you? And she's like, shh. And I'm like, ain't no. I'm like, the baby's in the stomach. Like, no. given. You know what I mean? Now, again, I'm hoping.
Basically, people noticed how Chrisean Jr. had physical characteristics of fetal alcohol syndrome, including the folds in the corner of his eyes, drop nose, open mouth, and extra-large, low-set ears. There were also those who said that the sound of Blueface and Chrisean's baby crying sounded like Cri-du-chat syndrome, but high-pitched crying can also be caused by alcohol withdrawal in infants. Remember at the time, Blueface even took to X and said that Chrisean Jr. was also having health issues, and he accused Chrisean of being an unfit mother, claiming she pushed back surgery for their newborn son's hernia and missed hospital appointments to address his health issues. Literally a few weeks after this, we also had that Walmart video where Chrisean Jr.'s head was hanging while Chrisean was walking her dog on its leash in the store. Then, when Chrisean filmed herself while she was at a restaurant eating with her son, people claimed the baby did not blink once in the video. Guys even noted how at 7-8 months, it should be alarming that the baby couldn't even hold his head, and he was still bobbing like he was 3 months. In addition, people also said that a 7-8-month-old baby would have been grabbing for a plate and food, feeding himself. But it seems Chrisean's baby couldn't even grasp things. Anyway, since that baby was born, it's just been people calling out the signs and telling her that she should see a doctor because there's clearly something wrong. But Chrisean keeps insisting that her son is okay. Now, since Chrisean keeps ignoring the obvious, people are convinced that she's hiding something. And this is exactly what a hospital nurse was trying to tell us, because none of this is normal. As for why she could be hiding or ignoring the reality, some people are saying that maybe Chrisean is scared of criminal charges, and this is where they are coming from. Y'all remember Chrisean's sister Tareen said that she was present during the birth of baby JR and was given permission to listen in to Rock's medical information. And based on what she said, apparently Chrisean had chlamydia and refused a C-section. Here's the thing, giving birth with an STD puts the baby at high risk for blindness and many other lifelong complications. And Tareen was putting her sister on blast for allegedly intentionally putting the baby in harm's way. And because she was the one taking care of JR, she said she didn't even know how to care for him correctly. So it's possible that JR developed something because Chrisean gave birth normally, despite her doctor's advice. In addition, Blueface's mom Carlissa has said previously that she believes Chrisean Jr. has a neurological issue. And when a follower asked Carlissa why Chrisean Rock wasn't tested for substances after delivering Chrisean Jr. in 2023, because this should be common practice in hospitals, saying, "My thing is with hospital, they test you for alcohol and and will call CPS on you. How do you not know all of this? Why isn't the baby in proper care if she did do this?" And this is how Carlissa responded. She didn't go to no regular hospital. Basically, she went somewhere where the doctors or whoever was taking care of her could easily look the other way. See, in standard US hospitals, if a mother tests positive for illegal substances at birth, or if the baby shows signs of withdrawal, medical staff are legally mandated reporters required to contact protective services. And Carlissa's implication was that Chrisean intentionally sought out a non-traditional setting, like a private home birth, an independent birthing center, or an off-grid medical setup, to intentionally bypass standard screening protocols and avoid CPS intervention. So the short answer to what Chrisean is hiding is that the fear of legal and parental consequences is highly plausible, given her chaotic legal timeline. And for someone already deeply entangled in the justice system, avoiding traditional medical institutions or avoiding official scrutiny isn't just about hiding a single incident. It's often a desperate attempt to keep protective services from establishing a formal case that could result in losing permanent custody of the baby, especially since CPS has already been called multiple times by strangers to take the baby away. And strangers even launched an online petition titled "Protect the Innocent," calling for CPS to intervene. For instance, they've been called after footage circulated showing Junior sitting alone in a stroller on the beach at 3 a.m. They've been called a few times when Chrisean went live with the baby, and people said JR didn't look safe. And they were also called after Chrisean and her ex Bino went live in a trashed hotel room with evidence of alcohol bottles and even nitrous oxide tanks in the room.
How you doing? What about you, man? I'm doing good. Yeah. How you doing?
Here come your harassment complaints.
Speaking of Bino, by the way, he also expressed concern for Junior after he broke up with Chrisean. And while he tried not to throw Chrisean under the bus, there was clearly a lot of concern in his message.
The internet's worried about the little baby, Chrisean Jr. I mean, you said that, I know at one point you said she was a bad mom. Do you feel that way still?
You feel me? I said what I said. I can't take back what I said. But you feel me? This is daddy need to go get him, and you know, I wish the best for the baby. You feel me? He's not a baby, a toddler. I wish the best for the kid. You feel me? I like him my damn self. He was, feel me? He a nice little boy. You feel me? I love him myself. But you just need the right support and love. You feel me? I got kids. I got an autistic son myself. You feel me? So I understand. So it's just like you just need the right love, but it ain't. You know.
Okay, you said so the baby should go back to Blueface is what you're saying, maybe or something.
Tell the mom get her mind right. She just need the right love and support around it. So tell Chrisean, mind it straight. In my opinion, if it was my baby mama, I'll get my baby.
I mean, even the dad said that the only disability and disadvantage that Chrisean Jr. has is the fact that his mother does not put the proper love and care and support and time into him. And he said Chrisean does not believe in being a nurturing mother. According to Blue, she does not believe in teaching her son and spending time with him and actually supporting him through his progress. He did say that Chrisean Jr. has the full capability to be just like any average other kid that's out here, but Chrisean is slowing him down and hindering him, and he made it clear that Chrisean is the problem. Anywho, so maybe the real reason why Chrisean is insisting that there's nothing wrong with her son is because if she actually goes through the proper channels, she's gonna be in a lot of legal problems. And look, nobody wants to see a young mom get trolled, but fans are pointing out that Chrisean's defense mechanism always seems to be deflection. Instead of saying, "Thanks for the concern, we're seeing a pediatrician," the narrative from her is usually that the internet is just being toxic and praying for her downfall. However, people are arguing that it's not hate. It's deep, genuine worry for a baby who didn't ask for any of this spotlight. Now, I don't know whether Chrisean is actually going to take action for the sake of her son, but I'd love to know whether you think she's fearing legal repercussions in the comments section below.